Hey everyone, this is Graham. This is your March update, and instead of focusing on the market right now, I want to answer some of the commonly asked questions that I'm getting asked by buyers and sellers. Over the last week, since we had the countywide and the statewide shelter-in-place order, a lot of showing activity is really kind of ground to a halt. And I know some showings are still occurring, obviously with precautions, but real estate is not currently listed as an essential service with the Governor Newsom's shelter-in-place order. Sales activity is still occurring. We are still seeing new listings come on the market, as well as homes going into escrow. In fact, I just got a property into escrow yesterday. Luckily, it was a buyer that lives in the neighborhood, knows the floor plan, so he felt confident making an offer without physically entering the property. But that being said, appraisers are still going out to homes, and we had a couple home inspections last week. So those escrows that are in process are still moving forward, and looking forward to successful closings here soon. In the last week, we've seen a large shift to virtual walkthroughs and video tours of homes as a way that we're trying to get buyers to still be able to visually see the property without physically entering. And when those physical showings are occurring, just trying to take any precautions as much as possible, making sure that buyers are either using hand sanitizer or wearing gloves before they enter, limiting the number of people that go into the property, making sure that any buyers have not shown any signs of illness or traveled abroad in the recent past, those kind of things to minimize the risk as much as possible. Regarding tenant-occupied properties, my business partner and I have made the decision to not allow any showings currently of tenant-occupied property. When you throw a tenant or a third party in the mix, when a owner's trying to sell the property, there's a lot of liability there to the seller and then also to myself as the listing broker. And we've made the decision for the time being to hold off until further notice. I do have a couple Cal Poly-oriented listings coming up, and I've told those sellers just to stay on hold for the time being. It's really hard to know what the effects to the real estate market will be going forward. I think everything has changed so quickly, and there's a lot of volatility that we've seen over the last week or two. On the bright side, interest rates are very low right now. We're seeing buyers in the low 3% range, although the rates have increased here a little bit over the last week, despite what you may have seen with the federal funds rate coming down to 0%. That's more short-term rates, not mortgage rates. We've also seen the stock market rebound here just yesterday and today quite a bit, some good positive news. We will see eventually some legislation that's going to get passed on a federal level to infuse a lot of money into the economy. Now on the downside, there's very low inventory right now. We have about 850 homes on the market countywide. Normally we see 1,000 to 1,300 homes, depending on the time of year. So we do still have very low inventory. Some buyers have taken a hit as far as their liquid funds. Any stocks may have come down 10, 20, 30%. So you may have less money for down payment or closing costs. And then lastly, going forward, we are certainly going to see a hit to gross domestic product, and we'll probably see some heightened unemployment numbers going forward. So it'll be interesting to see what really shakes out. If you have questions, let me know. I'm certainly happy to answer any questions, and we'll look forward to seeing what the next couple of weeks bring.